Hello, I'm Henrik. Welcome to this presentation of Multi, a new form of self-improving money that we're building on ICP. So Multi is a multi-asset backed currency. That means that you can redeem it for all of these underlying assets whenever you want. And that sounds like a great thing, right? Well, there are two fundamental problems that you need to solve in order to make that a reality. The first problem is, how do you make it liquid? How do you assemble this basket of all of these different parts in an efficient way? And the second problem is, how do you make it evolve? How do you make it accumulate these different assets? How do you make it diversified? And how do you make it last throughout multiple market cycles as market conditions change? And how do you do that in a decentralized way? Well, in order to solve these two problems, we needed to invent new algorithms. So as you can see here, that Multi is several things at once. It's not just a currency, it's also an automated liquidity order book DEX. So think of this as a DEX where you put up your orders as you do in a traditional order book, but the system will also put up orders from Multi's reserve by adjusting the supply. So the supply will match the demand and auto adjust all the time. And this really creates deeper order books, and it also creates potentially better asset prices and also potentially more stable markets over time. And it really helps to keep Multi liquid. Now the second invention is this self-improving portfolio. And this is where we use game theory in order to create this kind of game where the objective is to optimize Multi's backing. So here you can see an overview of the system. So we have two tokens. We have the DAO token to the left and we have Multi token to the right. And you can see in the middle, there's the asset performance competition. So the DAO will set the rules of this asset performance competition, and then users can join and contribute with their ideas and with their strategies, and this behavior, this activity will update the reserve of Multi all the time. And this is a merit-based system, so those who are the best at making predictions, those who are the best at seeing into the future, are the ones who are able to accumulate the most influence in the DAO as well. So why is this a good thing? Well, think about if we would have proposal voting instead. Now, the problem with proposal voting is that you would have to have one person drafting this strategy, and then you would have all these other people voting yes or no. So you would really need to have a big consensus for every decision. So it would be very slow and inefficient and not scalable on a global level. So that's why we use these prediction games, where instead we have many ideas, and then anyone can come and contribute whatever idea they have, and then we just let the best ideas win. Now we're building this on ICP for a number of reasons. One of the first reasons is that we want to be able to integrate all of these different assets from all of these different blockchains using chain fusion. And the second reason is that we want to have both the front end and the back end running directly on chain to improve security and also governance. Now, the last point is that we're having a lot of performance tracking in our competition system. So we really want to have cost-effective computation, and that's where ICP shines as well. And here you can see an overview of the different components in our system. So you can see all of this is canisters running on ICP. And if you take a look at the backend canister, you can see that most of the logic is inside that canister. So we're doing that because we want to have atomic operations and to make it more, to make it faster and more secure. And you can see all of these components are connected to this virtual account system that really underpins all of it. We also have Discord, Telegram, and OpenChat communities that you're very welcome to join. And we also have quite an extensive white paper where we go into detail exactly how this system works. So yeah, see you next time. Thanks a lot.